We are live. We are ready to play baritone ukulele. Let's go get that. Hold on. Instrumental baritone ukulele. Let me go post this on the link. I'm busy talking to myself, doing my speech. I don't know what I'm talking about. Baritone ukulele today. We're adjusting the schedule a little bit. Going to be talking to you about some changes for tomorrow as well. Let's see here. Archive orchestra. You should consider. All right, where am I at? Let's see. I've got this going. Then I'm going to go to Jolly Roger Ukulele. I'm going to edit that page, and I'm going to post the link for today's activity. Copy. Okay. And then I'm going to hold on. Copy Twitter. I'm still live streaming there. This I don't need to have open. This I need to go down to here. Baritone ukulele, space, paste, shift. There's that. All right, and then I'm going to close this. Valerie's in, sounding good. I'm a mess. I got too many things going on in my head right now. Taking a week off, I'm like, okay, it's something to do with pressing these buttons on this laptop. Good morning, Lanny. Sounds good. Lights, snowing up in Greeley already. The clouds are descending in here in the city, so we are starting to get some crazy blah. All right, so yeah, we got some weather coming. All right, let's see what else do we got going on here. We'll tweet Baritone ukulele. I'll go ahead and tweet that one. So now we're on Twitter, guys. So try to play good, and I can close this one out. And that means this should work. That's all right. So we got the link up on the main page. We're all set. I don't even know. I think I got everything. What are we playing today? Carnival of Venice. Oh, I don't think I downloaded all of our music. Did I? I don't remember if I did. Let me go see what we're playing. Hey, Diane, welcome in. Made it in. Wonderful. Diane, I still haven't been able to go over and get enough. I got your email. I just couldn't get back to you, but I will be answering your email here hopefully this afternoon. Jack, aloha. I am back. Silent Night sounds great on my. Oh, nice. Silent Night is great. It is a great piece of music. I mean, it sounds good on everything. It's just one of those types of songs. So, I've added Moonglow onto the list, Cindy. And I don't know, it doesn't feel very Christmassy, but I won't get it done otherwise. So I just added it into the things that we're going to be doing, and put that on the list this afternoon. I don't know if I'll get it done this afternoon or not, but we'll see. We'll see what I can get done. Let's see, live streaming. Everybody's joining in. Hey, Pele, good to see you. So today we are going to let me run down to your resources. Make sure that you have your Circle of Fifths available. I want to talk about that very briefly when it comes to Silent Night. You should also have your Fur-Elise and Ode to Joy ready. We'll be talking about those. Those should keep you busy for the entire fall, and Carnival of Venice as well today. So we have lots and lots to talk about today. And I am going to get into my cloud here and download all that stuff because I don't think I've downloaded any of it. Well, my cloud is blank. That's not good. Let me see here. Hold on. Let's do this. Oh, there. That solves the problem. All right. Hey, Terry. Welcome in. let's see. Why am I not seeing my cloud here? That's part of, oh, it's disconnected. Well, let's get it connected. There we go. That's going to help. It's thinking. All right. Well, so we'll get started on some stuff anyway, and hopefully once I get ready to talk about the other pieces of music, I'll be able to download them. How about that? Baritone. And then I'm going to go to the cloud. Now it opens up in the cloud. All right, Jolly Roger. So grab your Carnival of Venice first. I want to run through that. And then I also want to run through, just talk about Ode to Joy and, well, the other one. What is it? Let's see. So scroll down. And I updated a couple of them for the week, guys. We had those of you who previously downloaded them. We had some typos that needed to be cleaned up. So if you will make sure that you have the latest version of Daisy Bell and the latest version of Aloha Oi, then for the week, you'll be in great shape. So, but today, let's get Carnival of Venice and Fur Elise for sure down. And I apologize. I'm fighting my technology here a little bit. Carnival of Venice, Baritone. No, I don't want that piece. I want this one. I want to get taking a week off, you know. Your brain is like, what? Wait a minute. What the heck's going on? For Elise PDF. Ode to Joy is going to be way down here. Ode to Joy Baritone PDF. Daisy Bell, Aloha Oi, and Silent Night. So I gotta go grab our Silent Night. Silent Night. All right. I do intend to get going here in a minute, okay? And I better don't. I had a weird thing happen here a minute ago in terms of scheduling. I'll talk to you guys about it in just a second. And then let's go get Daisy Bell. And Daisy Bell Baritone and Aloha Oi. All right, Aloha Oi Baritone. All right, so then we'll download all of that stuff. Okay. It's thinking. It said, download failed, broken pipe. I don't know what that even means. Oh my gosh. Cloud. Seriously? Well, doggone it, guys. Let me see here. Hold on. I know what I'll do. I'll just open it up here on the computer screen. That's what we'll do. Sorry. All right. Who else wanted it in here? Linda made it in. I really schedule was so messed up. Sorry to mess you up. Yeah, I was anticipating being able to solve all of the world's problems in 1 week. I got a few things done, but all right. So anyway, we're back up and running, and my thing here is not cooperating very well for some reason. So we will. I have options. I have plan Bs. So let me go in and let's find out. We're going to do Carnival of Venice right now. That'll just get me back into where we're supposed to be. Storage, downloads, Baritone, Carnival of Venice. Carnival of Venice. All right. So, guys, this week we have all sorts of crazy stuff going on. As soon as we get settled in here just a little bit, then I will mention a few things that I want to talk to you about. Carnival of Venice. Here are the main things about Carnival of Venice that I think are important. One, remember, you're playing Paganini. This is a real musician. This is a real guitar arranger. He really understood fretted instruments. He did not write this piece exactly for guitar, but we like him because he's a guitar guy, right? And so let's go ahead and play this one. There's no lyrics, so there's no point in trying to sing it. We got the C chords. You got your G7. That's it, right? We love that. Okay, let's play the melody really quickly. Because you've got ones in there, you really do need to play in first position. So 1, 3, and 5, you're going to stretch your pinky out a little bit. I think there's an 8 or 2 that shows up along here, but not terrible. Okay, it's in 3. Let's count in 2 and go. 1, 2. 3, 1, 2. 2, 3, 1, 2. 3, 1. 2, 3, 1, 2. All right, so I didn't do the repeat. And I had a note here like to change something that I don't like, but it's fine when your piece of music is fine. All of my notes here are for me for playing issues. I probably, the second noted measure 32, I'd probably nuke that just because it's going to make the turnaround weird. And so I probably will nuke that, but otherwise it's pretty straightforward. So it's a lot of 1s, 3s, and 5s, right? And so there's a lot of stretching. When you see that 8 coming up in measure 25, you're probably going to want to slide to 3 and then jump up to 8, right? So you've got it's a lot about big stretches on this piece. And I would say the one takeaway I get every time I play this is, hey, try to make it a little bit of a joyous experience, right? Bum, 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 bum. And don't worry overly much about the timing of it, but it'll sound more fun if you get it fairly solid in through there. Okay, so from the top, let's play the tough. You walk through it. We'll walk through it and then we'll play it twice. How about that? Because we got a lot of music to get through today, guys, and my head's all over everywhere. And so you will be patient with me as we get back into the new program. Okay, from the top. I'll stop and talk about anything that shows up that's kind of fun. The fun thing is this 5. Okay, that's that beautiful C chord on 5. And we usually put an 8 there, but the melody is a 5, so we just play a straight 5. It'll sound cool. From the top, 1, 2. Go grab your 3s. And then you've got a C chord, but you got to roll down your index finger to cover both strings. Okay, open, and then regular G7, 003, up to 5, back to 3, C chord, a couple of decorative notes, into 3, bar, C chord with your 3, G7, C chord. Got a big bar chord here, bar on 5, pinky on 8. Now, I gave you a 3 on the piece of paper. It probably makes as much sense to jump your pinky up to the 8 on the second string. Okay, but it doesn't necessarily matter. You may find it easier to go slide the 3 down and then put your F chord or your C chord on like that. So then you get that kind of a cool sound. So that makes sense. The other possibility, you've got your bar on 5, on pinky on 8, jump your pinky to the other 8, and then just go down and grab that C chord with your pinky. Either of those choices are perfectly legit. I think on some level, if I'm playing the melody, I'm going to go with what's written. If I'm playing the tough acts, I'm probably going to be thinking about trying to drag my pinky down to get there and then adding that on. And 0005. And then a measure 32. You're supposed to get. I'm almost thinking a full G7 there. Yeah, let's put a full G7 on it and measure 32. So change that to 0001. Put a full G7 in there. It's going to sound better. Zong. Then skip the next note in 32, and then you make the turnaround. So that would be the one thing I think we should change. Okay. So, and I'll post an updated version of this on the website so that you'll have a clean copy by Friday. All right, like to play it all the way through one last time. Let's play it 2 times through. How much we now? Let's do top to bottom. How about that? Top to bottom. Skip measures 31 and 32. From the top, nice and slow. 1, 2. And then that full C chord at the end. So really fun song. I don't think there's anything terribly complicated in there, but I do think that there's plenty for you to make decisions about, right? And so you're like, okay, if I need to get my fingers here, there, whatever, I want to be interactive with the music to make sure that I have a really pretty sounding piece of music. And I do think this piece of music is sort of a timeless classic, right? And so there's probably never a point where it's going to be terrible. And it's not terribly hard to play, so it should make you sound pretty nice. All right, next thing. Let's move on to, let's talk Für Elise and Ode to Joy. And let me try one last time to get my little gadget here to give it back to me. And I apologize. I thought that I would be able to just download this delightfully in the middle of our day. So it's restarting that. That's a good sign. Jolly Butter. Move to songs. That's all looking good. Let's go back over to here. Download Baritone. Okay, here. All right. Let me see if I can get these guys down. Getting too much music, you guys. So I want to talk about Fur-Elise first. So hopefully you got that pulled down in front of you. This thing is doing all sorts of things it never does. It's busy flashing and doing. I think it's advertising. I think they added ads or something to it, and that's why it's losing its mind. Okay, now theoretically, I can hit download, say okay, okay, okay. I'm fine. Download completed. Okay. Get out. Get out. Go to storage. Baritone. Fur-Elise. Be here. Be here. Be here. Fur-Elise. Baritone. All right. We're good. Okay. Fur-Elise. Sorry, guys. One page, right? Here's the thing about Fur-Elise. It's a piano piece. Years ago, Pianist Magazine put out a little bit easier version of it than most of us had to learn on piano. And it actually worked where I could drop it onto ukulele right instantaneously, and it really works, and it sounds really nice. Now, I cleaned it up last night for you guys, so you guys actually have the current and best version of this. I'll have to go in and fix the ukulele version now, but there's lots of beautiful tones in here just waiting for you to really do a great job with it. What I would do, I would play this both with my thumb and with the claw, and I think hopefully both of those, under both of those scenarios, you'll end up with a really beautiful piece of music. Biggest challenge here: 76767, and then you're going to have a long range: 2 2 5 3. That's it. So getting that together. Okay, so probably what I'm thinking is 7 6 7 6 7, and then be planning on dragging your pinky down to the 5 while you're grabbing that 2 after the last 7. And then the problem is your middle finger is going to end up on that 3, so you're going to end up using your index finger to get to the E minor chord. Okay, measure 3 has a B7 on it. This is for you guys at this level, or as you've run into this a few times. Okay. Hard moment here. You got to get your pinky up on that 4, and then slide everybody up 1 fret, and then your 1 and 2 becomes a 3 and 2, 2 and 3. Now we repeat that same exact phrasing. B7. And then here's the difference: 3 2. And then we go back. We're going to use this turnaround here to go right back up to measure 1. Okay, and what we want to do with this piece is not have long lags, right? We don't want Gary to be talking during that time. We just want to get it done, right? So. B7, measure 3. And then remember, skip measure 8 and go back to the E minor in 9. Now you're going to do the index finger. 5, slide it up to 7 and strum. Reach back to grab these 3s. Pinky forward. And then drop all the way down. D chord with your 5. And it sounds kind of cool, right? It sounds like it's a different song, but it's not. That's the guitar. That's your baritone talking. And then pinky back to 7. And then slide back down, 2 0 0 3, 5 3, B7, and then go up to 7 sixes. A minor. Here we go. I want you to pay attention here. Measure 21 goes from eighth notes to quarter notes. And then go drop your 12 on. And guys, if you got enough room, if your fingers will let you, do a full bar on 12 and then go ahead and put your ring finger on 14 and then strum all of them. Just do what the little chord grid there. If your hand and can fit in here, bar on 12, ring on 14. I never arrange above 12, but on baritone, we can probably get away with it with that full E minor chord all the way up on 12. Okay. Okay. The other possibility for the ending is to grab, do your harmonics right above. Remember, in from a studio, gives you one more chance to do some 12 fret harmonics. Mm-hmm. So there's that. Okay. So what we think about when we're doing a piece like this is there's an entire history since 1810. It was probably wrote in 1810. I think it got published shortly after his death. Well, I think 30, 40 years after his death. This was probably a tune that he wrote as a beginner. And it sat around in his papers that he never did anything with it. But we got it afterwards. And the nice part about this piece of music is that everybody knows it, and there's this huge amount of thought process that goes behind it, and they're not expecting you to play it on an ukulele, right? They're just not. And so it ends up being like this really beautiful piece of music that you can play that everybody knows, and not terribly hard, only 2 chords, E minor and B7, right? Or well, I guess there's a G and a D in there as well, but not a ton of chords, let's put it that way, and where you can actually make it quite lovely. Okay, let's see. Jane, welcome in. New here, just happened to catch this. Oh, how wonderful. That's exciting to have you, Jane. Yeah, go to jollyrogerukulele.com, and you're walking in on week 5 of baritone lessons, but we're delighted to have you, and super excited. Yeah, we're going to be doing Christmas music over the next few weeks, and so if you hate Christmas music, Jane, you may want you may be like, oh, I should never have walked in there, but we're doing a lot of the stuff we'll be doing this week is geared toward Christmas, and then next week we dive into it pretty serious. Harmonics on 12 from the 4th string down or the 1st string up. Well, that's a great question, right? So Linda's saying, hey, should I do harmonics like that, or can I do them like this? No, I don't think it matters. I know that you can also do them all simultaneously, right? There's another possibility. Claude. Well, that sounds cool. Maybe I might do it that. Traditionally, we do them down. Okay. But mess around with it. Find out which one makes the most sense for you. I think, to be honest, I would probably just going to play the 12s. That's what I like. But you decide, right? Mess around with it. Figure out, hey, I just play Beethoven, right? Maybe one of those things is going to work. Yeah, Cindy says, welcome, Jane. Yep. Jack says, I have a Pono baritone. Nice. Okay. All right. So we've got lots of choices there. I wanted to rush through it today because I do want you to be able to have it. Now, I do want to talk very quickly about Ode to Joy because it does have a different skill set. So go grab your Ode to Joy. We have 2 Beethoven pieces, right? And here's the thing. Like, guys, this is a nice instrument, and it sounds beautiful, and it's way easier than the other instrument that we try not to talk about. But I think that when you're playing Beethoven, there's this musician decision-making process that goes through this. And so I do have a little bit of allegiance to the guy. So I want you to sound good, and I want it to be quality. But at the end of the day, I'm not positive that it's any different than anything else we play. I think Farmer in the Dell and Ode to Joy have a whole lot of similarities. My fancy version of Frere Jacques and Ode to Joy. So don't let the fact, so don't turn this into a thing, right? This is not classical music. This is not an instrument that was designed for classical music, but we can sure get a lot of really beautiful classical music out of it, and we're going to have fun with that, but we're not going to turn it into some sort of weird thing like, oh, I'm playing Beethoven, right? Kind of cool that you're playing Beethoven, right? By the way, before I get too far, because I always forget, let's do your pop quiz, right? This line is all of the notes that are E's end up here. All of the notes that ends on this one are G's. All the notes that end up here are B's. All the notes that end up here are D's. And all the notes that end up here are F's. Every good boy deserves fudge. In between, F-A-C-E. Remember, right below the treble clef is this ledger line, and that's a C note. And while you technically have this on your instrument, it's not notated there. So in baritone music, you will not see that note show up on your sheet music because you don't have that note based on how we write baritone music. You actually do have that note sitting right there, but we put that note here for you when we're writing out arrangements, so it's easier to read. Baritone music technically should have the 8 underneath here, similar to guitar. If you're writing on a software program for a computer, you really do need to use that clef, otherwise the music will come out too high. And so big takeaways: ledger line, middle C, every good boy deserves fudge, and then F-A-C-E. I think that, and the spaces there are, that's that. And then your final pop, the other note I think is helpful to remember, you got a G that sits right up here on the top of that. And so those notes come up all the time, and I spend a lot of time going, what, counting ledger lines above the staff and below the staff. You guys are lucky you won't have ledger lines below your music, but you will have plenty above it. So there's that. All right. Oh, Jane, you are in exactly the right place. We take baritone very seriously around here, and the fact that you have a brand new one tells me you're taking it seriously. So I think, Jane, you have stumbled onto the best thing that you could have today. We're in a new world, right? We had the election ended, so everything's going to be just roses and flowers blooming and all of that, right? So I'm glad you're here. Let's see what else. Yeah, you guys just talking about instruments over here. Let's see. My phone. Yeah. Okay. So they're talking about instruments. Okay. Let's talk about this Ode to Joy. 2 things you can do here. If you are newer, right, you got to go through and study your chords. Dum 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 dum. Okay, so go through and sing with. Use the website. You go over, grab that MP3, listen to the MP3 while you're looking at the music, and you've got that. Okay, the chords themselves, there's none of them that are gonna make you sad. I don't think. They're all pretty straightforward. Then go through and look at, now normally on baritone melody, I just give you the melody, but I thought, you know what, these guys are level 2. Let's make sure that they know what let's make sure they're not kidding around. Okay, so you're gonna start with that C chord. You hit the 0, then 1 1 2, 0 2 1 1 is how you should read that, and then hit your 3. And interestingly, on baritone, this sounds like a jazz chord. Okay, it's not, but it sounds kind of like that. Okay, then we're going to play your G chord open. Grab the 1, C chord, an A minor, and a D minor. And you notice I just grabbed a regular D there because I don't have that 1 necessary. It's faster and more comfy for me to grab a D chord. And then a C chord. Okay, so that would be how I played that line, is with my thumb. I for sure would go through and play the baritone melody line just with my thumb. Okay, just to get a sense of how the music's flowing, to get a sense of, oh, this sounds really nice. I'm super lucky to be a Beethoven musician. Okay, then those of you guys, claws, this is the piece of music I want you to practice on. I used to call this painful uke, right? Because the other one's tough uke. I think the notation for the D minor 7 chord is incorrect. I do too. I'm looking at it going, that doesn't seem right to me. So I'm putting a circle around it. Cindy, something seems off on there. So maybe, yeah, it is wrong. I'll fix it. It's supposed to be this, or D minor. That's a regular D minor. Where's D minor? Here's D minor. D minor 7 would have. I'll fix the D minor 7. Yep. Don't pay over attention to that. It should just be a regular D minor. It should D minor 7. So it should be a 1 1 2 0 0 2 1 1. Yeah, I'll fix that. Good eye, Cindy. I was looking at that going, that doesn't seem right. All right. For the tough uke on this one, you have to use a claw. Okay, and it's a great opportunity for you to practice your claw. From the top, 1, 2, 3, 4. Doing. So every single note on here is an eighth note. If I remember right, I don't think I took, there's a quarter note in measure 12. That's it. Other than that, everything is an eighth, every single eighth note. And then there, of course, measure 37 or measure 17, the last measure has a half note in it. Other than that, it's every single eighth note you're going to be doing something. And so that's what you want to be thinking about with your claw is you're going to be bum, 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 bum. Now, one of the things that happens when you first start into that true fingerstyle playing is the melody can get lost in there. Okay, so it can start to feel like just no. And what I want you to be paying attention to is that you know the melody well enough. Bum, 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 so that you can bring, when those moments happen, you play the string where the melody note is a little bit louder so that it stands out from around this sea of this massive sea of notes that are flying through on your baritone. And so I want you, so start messing around with that. What I sometimes do when I'm playing true fingerstyles, I'll put a little caret right above the notes that are the melody notes. So in this case, and that's your melody in measure 1. Look at all those other notes you're going to be playing. So I'm playing those notes a little bit louder, a little more aggressively, and I will sometimes, if I'm having trouble pulling the melody out, which as you guys listened to me for years now, I'm entirely capable of playing terribly. I think the pulling those notes out at that exact moment are important, and so you've got to give yourself some sort of visual reference on the paper to say, hey, play a little bit louder on this moment. Okay. All right. Last thing I want to talk about today is Silent Night. So let's go grab that one and make sure that we're all on the same page here. Most of you guys probably grabbed it over the week. I posted it quite a bit ago, and it's absolutely delightful. Silent Night, Silent Night, Silent Night, of course, didn't come down. So let's go grab this version. All right. So with Silent Night, you're gonna end up with some really beautiful Christmas music on this instrument this year. Okay, before you were Silent Night, Holy Night, right? That's how ukulele players typically play. Okay, and it's very fun. Okay, but now it's Silent Night, so don't play it that way. Let's go look at this piece of music. To start off with, you just have some melody notes. Okay. That's it. Okay, let that ring for a minute, and you don't need to follow the rules timing wise. Let that ring for a while. Now you're going to get, and if you're on tough uke, okay, let every note be meaningful. There's no notes in this that are there on accident. This thing really works. Okay. You go to measure 8. You should D chord with the pinky. A minor with a 3. E minor with a 3, sorry. Then back to your G chord. Nice C chord. 2 0 0 0 3. 16. Add your pinky. Measure 20, you got that D chord with your 5. And then measure 21, don't lose faith, right? It's just your high D7, pinky up on 8. So it's 5 7 5, start with that. And then just add your pinky on at 8. Then lose the pinky. Go on to page 2. Get your E minor with a 3 again. And then the hardest thing in the song, you've got to put your full on crazy E minor, high E minor on, which is this. Probably this is how I will end up doing it. 1, 2, 3, ring up there, pinky up there. But you can also absolutely just imagine you're playing an A minor with your bar on 7. Okay. Okay. That's what we're after there. You can put a G chord on there if you're looking for just a little bit fancier, and then just play all zeros. So it would be P, P. So you can use a G chord there if you want. I think it sounds nicer with the E minor. Okay, either of those is perfectly fine. And then go to your G chord in 24. There's an extra 3 on there. So the 3 at the measure 26, the first 3 shouldn't be there. I was like, that doesn't belong there. And I'll fix that on your, I will repost with that fixed on there. So that's the only typo on there. Think about whether you like measure 23, if you want to put a G chord on there, which would be set from the bottom, would be 0007. But if you go with the E minor, which I think sounds more mysterious, 9987 is the way to go there. So that'll give you at least a pretty decent start on those songs this week. Now, a couple of things that I'm going to send out an email to you guys tonight, but the television station, Channel 7, our local news station that I have a crush on everybody on that station, by the way. They're coming to film me tomorrow teaching, and it's going to be at 9 a.m. apparently. So I'm going to encourage all of you guys to come and take a ukulele lesson tomorrow at 9 a.m. My time. You got to figure out what time that is your time. So it's an hour before this class started today. And so I'm going to do a ukulele lesson so they can film me teaching on YouTube. And then, so the more of you we could get here, the funnier it would be, right? So if you can, it'll be one of the songs we're working on. It will probably be either For Elise or Ode to Joy. I'm guessing will make the most sense. I'm trying to figure out what would make the best television. So we're going to do that. Let me see what's scheduled for level 1. See, level 1 we got Silent Night and Old Lang Syne. So I'm going to talk to them if they want a more Christmassy music. We could do that. We'll probably do Silent Night. If not, I will probably do one of the Beethoven pieces. So I'll probably post that up there just so that they know. And then, so that's what we'll be doing tomorrow. So plan on, if you can, and you want to be part of it. They won't, obviously they're not filming you, but it'd be funny to watch me struggle under the weight of public pressure, having a camera in my face. This little camera was enough trouble. Having another camera over here is going to make me want to die. So there's that. let's see. I think the notation, yeah, we'll fix that. Can you show D7 on 8th? My pinky. Oh, yeah, the D7. So remember, you have two D7s. Okay, here's your regular D7. And then you have your high D7, 5, 5, and 7. Okay, and this is going to come up a lot. Okay. Sometimes you can substitute your pinky there, but I don't necessarily recommend it because often the melody note's going to be hanging out right here or right here. So 0, 5, ring finger on 7, and then 5. And then to get that pinky up there, you're going to have to do the 8. That's what's going on in that moment in the song. Okay, so bing, bum. And then also remember, if that's not happening, just abandon the chord, right? Just and then get back to your regular chord. But that 5, 7, 5 chord comes up a lot, guys, and so just know that that's going to happen to you. Okay, so I'm going to usher you out of here. I got to go figure out why my machine is not working correctly. I think I'm just going to restart it for the best. And then I will see all of you this time slot tomorrow for baritone for sure. And then an hour earlier, I'm going to give a ukulele lessons for the television. So so come for that. Grab your. You can be just fine on baritone. You'll just be out of tune for me, and I'll be out of tune because I'll be under pressure, right? And so come and hang out an hour earlier tomorrow to watch me struggle, which will be hilarious. And then come and also be a part of this time slot where we will be working. What are we doing tomorrow? Tomorrow we're going to do. Daisy Bell, one of my all-time favorite tunes. I absolutely adore Daisy Bell. And then we will play For Elise, Ode to Joy, and Silent Night again. So we're going to spend a lot of time on those other pieces. Hopefully, if you're brand new to this, obviously don't get frustrated. We're going to be focusing in on teaching you tablature, and you came in at week 5, right? So we've had a little bit of water under the bridge by this point, and so love to have you hang around and continue to turn this baritone into a thing. It's a beautiful instrument. I'm very excited we're doing it, and I'm very glad you guys were all able to adjust your schedule to join us. So, all right, lots and lots of blather from me. Also, I went to the dermatologist, so I have all this all over my head. That'll be perfect for the television, don't you think? So there you go. Your 9 a.m. for ukulele or baritone. So 9 a.m. tomorrow is for ukulele. 9 a.m. usually is for guitar. Okay, so 9 a.m. will be guitar, 10 a.m. is baritone. But tomorrow we're going to do a 9 a.m. ukulele lesson, and I want as many of you guys that have been participating in these to be a part of that and get your name on the scroll and all that. So it'd just be more fun to have more people. I don't know if any of that, none of it will show up on television, but it'll be fun anyway. It'll be silly. So I'll try to do extra good teaching a ukulele lesson tomorrow. Can you show me on D7? I look forward to going through the. Yeah, Jane, go back to, I think it's October 5th. Let me go take a peek here. We started. October 5th was where we started with the very beginnings of this baritone stuff. So feel free, if you have time, to go back and check a few of those. And baritone class used to be 1 o'clock. Used to be 2 o'clock. Yeah, it used to be the 2 o'clock class. So you'll see it on there. The 2 o'clock one is there. So that's it. All right. So let's see. 9 a.m. for ukulele. 10 a.m. is for guitar typically. Tomorrow it'll be for ukulele. Terry, you're welcome. Antonio, good to see you, bud. Glad you're here. Diane, tomorrow will be hilarious, right? Linda, mahalo. I will see you in an hour. Sounds good. And Jack, harmonica comes next, right? So come play some harmonica. That'll be fun. I'll talk to you guys a little later.